What's up, heathens? How ya doing? Today we're gonna return to our comments for our Wednesday videos, but first we gotta crown the winner from last time. So last time's dumbass was this dumbass right here. Yes, you saying that quote-unquote scientists have disproved the moon landing. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by this or why you're putting scientists in quotes, but nobody has disproved the moon landing whatsoever. So you happen to win Dumbass of the Week for the last time we did this. If you pick this dumbass, then you win 1,000,000 God points. Remember, these God points are worth about as much as children are to anti-vaxxers. Speaking of dipshits, today is going to be another video dedicated to anti-vaxxers because nobody is writing them hard enough right now. Except for Mother Nature whenever they get an infection. Ooh, somebody give some really good advice on how to extract the heavy metals from vaccines using potatoes. Somebody asked for the best detox for autism, and apparently vaccines lower your immune system. So, if you want to learn more about these dumbass comments and vote for the dumbass this week, then please stay tuned. First we have Today I Learned. First up on Today I Learned that Alan Rickman and Alfonso Cuarón, I don't know, played a practical joke on Daniel Radcliffe while filming The Prisoner of Azkaban, where they placed a fart machine in his sleeping bag, positioned himself next to a girl he fancied, and set off the farts during a take that had taken ages to get. Whew, you guys are dicks, but I'm sure that you guys wouldn't be hazing him if you didn't like him. Of course, Alan Rickman has passed away since then. I'm sure that entire group of people were just like family. That's how things work, right? Next on Today I learned that Sir David Attenborough always wears a blue shirt and khaki pants to help with continuity when filming months and sometimes thousands of miles apart. And that's just smart on his part. I mean, honestly, if I wanted any of these videos to connect, I would just designate one shirt as my GE shirt and I would only wear that shirt all the time. Lucky for me, I don't mind the discontinuity in some of my videos by popping in from the future. But thank you, Sir David Attenborough, for considering the continuity of your work. Then finally on Today I Learned, we have that Metallica was the first band to perform on all 7 continents by performing live and unamplified to protect the environment in Antarctica. And I have to say, that's pretty cool, being able to play in Antarctica. I'm sure that was an awesome experience for them. Oh yeah, there's a Metallica TV has the full concert from Antarctica, where they have video of them playing in Antarctica. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Anyways, I'll have it linked down there if you guys want to go and check out Metallica playing in Antarctica, but I have to say, that's pretty fucking awesome. Oh, guys, I mean, now that we're done with learning shit, now we gotta explain some shit incredibly wrong. Shitty ass science! We're gonna explain some shit really wrong. Alright, what do we got today? What genre of music did they sing? Okay, paleontologists have agreed to start saying that stegosauruses had beautiful singing voices because it's a nice thought and it's not like they're hurting anybody. Oh man, okay, well stegosauruses, they were kind of the lax jazz kind of people. So, you know, the T-Rexes were more like heavy metal, like ah, and then the raptors, of course, they love rap. Mostly old school shit, but you know, some of the newer raptors, I mean, they like that black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow kind of bullshit. That, I mean, honestly, the older velociraptors were much smarter than the newer ones. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, going on down the line, brontosauruses, they love like the orchestral pieces, like the big brass instruments. Of course, I mean, you all know that. But then if you go on to like I don't know other fucking thing, like the pterodactyl, they love the Eagles, classic rock shit. That's who they like. They're the old granddaddy people. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like classic rock, but anyways. So those are the musical tastes of all of the extinct dinosaurs, and we know all of their musical tastes because they wrote them down on fossils. That's what happened. It seems like an onion piece that is actually being stated here. So, Oh yeah, it's a clickhole. It's a clickhole article, so I'm fairly certain that this is not true. Yeah, it's not actually sourced in any kind of way or anything. It seems like an onion. I think maybe clickhole is an onion kind of thing. Oh man, now that we're done with the shitty science stuff, are you guys ready for comments of the day? Prepare to facepalm yourself in the next week. Okay, first comment we have. Amen! Space is nowhere mentioned in the Bible. He created the earth and the firmament and the sun, moon, and stars inside the firmament. Moon has its own light, not reflecting off the sun. God Almighty made two lights, one for the day and one for the night. The earth is and always has been flat, and heaven is right above our blue sky. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I would think that all of the rockets that we've sent up there so far would have punctured that particular firmament. The fact that we've actually been able to land on the moon, record us landing on the moon, and everything like that, pretty well solidifies that all of everything that you just said is bullshit. But saying that the sun and moon and stars are in the firmament, that's kind of dipshitty. And I think that you should definitely delete this comment because it only shows how stupid you are. Don't be a dipshit. That's the general premise of what I'm trying to say here. If you smoke the pot and do sex, please don't comment on my profile. Delete me off your sinful account immediately. Thanks. Oh, so if I smoke the pot and do the sex, I'm the one that needs to delete you off of your profile. Delete your sinful account immediately? Delete me off your sinful account. Okay, so I'm supposed to unfriend you because you're a dick telling me to unfriend? I don't know. It's really kind of confusing, especially when you're talking in such a dumbass fashion. Smoke the pot, do sex. Like, it sounds like you're a try-hard non-English speaking person that is trying to speak English. And I mean, I get it. I can only speak one language, bad English, but at the same time, I'm not sitting here trying to speak Spanish to you motherfuckers. Keep your immune system good. Keep your gut healthy. Wash your hands. No hand sanitizer, just that water shit. Eat real food. Organic as much as possible. You gotta get that extra protein with the maggots in the corn and shit. The extra protein helps. Drink pure water. Get outside in nature. Everybody wants to be healthy, but nobody wants to do the work. Vaccinations lower your immune system and cause more problems than they're supposed to prevent. What are you even fucking saying at this point? Like, how do vaccinations lower your, vaccinations strengthen your immune system so that you can fight off these infections if you happen to come in contact with them? Nothing that you're saying is making any kind of sense. I mean, keep your immune system good? Okay, how am I supposed to do that without getting vaccinated? Like, what are you supposed to take, like B vitamin simplex A or some shit like that? Like, am I supposed to grow like cabbage and shove it up my ass every single day in order to keep my immune system good? Please tell me, dipshit, exactly how am I supposed to do that? Wash your hands with just bare fucking water? I get the adhesion property of water is pretty fucking strong, but I can guarantee you it's not gonna wash that bacteria off your fucking hands. And then somebody pointed out right below them saying, isn't it funny how a few hundred years ago all that existed was organic food, hand sanitizer hadn't been invented, and most people spent all day outdoors, and yet everyone still died of smallpox? Dipshit! Hey y'all, what's the best detox for autism? Okay, listen, the best, I don't know. But coriander, cilantro is a good to get rid of metals like aluminum in the body. As we all know, if you hang from an aluminum pipe, you'll definitely become autistic as shit. First of all, coriander and cilantro? Honey, what happens if I shove coriander and cilantro up my ass? I might get an infection. So the best that you can hope for is you have some kind of infection that can definitely be cured by medicine. But my guess is that you're not going to want to cure it with medicine. My guess is that you're going to want to cure it with some kind of fucking enema that you shove into your ass yet again, and then it's just going to get you sicker. Listen, y'all, you can vaccinate your kids and then hold a raw potato to the wound where the needle entered, and it will suck the toxins from the vaccines out, leaving only the non-toxic parts. Potatoes are basically like vampires, but for heavy metals, okay? It's a great way to stay healthy and thwart Big Pharma. I can just imagine fucking Big Pharma over there like, God damn it! What are we gonna do about these potatoes? I mean, of course, potatoes do have some kind of absorption property, but it's not gonna pull the heavy metals out of your vaccine, like, entry, like where the needle got poked in it. Like, that's not something that happens. I don't know what the fuck happened that made you think this, but this is not at all what actually happens. It's unbelievable how blind people are these days. I told my coworker about it. She was like, wait a minute. I'm not gonna believe you. That vaccines are dangerous. And I asked her, just answer this question to me. Are you okay with vaccines containing fetus tissue? Monkey tissue? Why do you think politics supports abortion? Because they sell this tiny bodies and use them to create vaccines. And she is a Christian, and her jaw just dropped and was like, no! I didn't know that about vaccines, so I left her thinking about this. Well, I mean, I'm fairly certain that you didn't give her all of the information about it, so you were pretty much just rattling off some scary shit. I mean, it's almost like you think that they just went and sliced open a woman, took her, like, fetus out and just cut it up. It was like, yep, we'll put that in the blender. Also, could you get that pinky from that monkey over there? Put that in there. Okay, what else do we need to do? I don't know. Put some fucking heavy metals in there. Slosh that shit all up in the blender, and then we'll just inject it directly into their assholes. Like, I'm fairly certain that you did not actually give her any accurate information about vaccines. Vaccines are safe to give, and they're safe for your children to receive at the appropriate times. So you doing this is actually more harmful. It causes shit like the outbreaks in Oregon, Washington, wherever the fuck else. But it's happening all over the place, and you're a prime example for why it fucking happens. Also, politics or politicians support abortion because it's more about women's rights. It's not about producing vaccines so that they can inject a fetus brain into your skull. And then another high IQ individual comes in and says, according to Dr. Tony Bark, MD, many of the serums contains prions, which are linked to mad cow, encephalitis, as well as Alzheimer's. So basically, not only do you get autism, but you also get mad cow disease and Alzheimer's all in one go. That's just fucking ridiculous. Bah, did I stutter? Do you not read well? I said have fun doing whatever permanent damage to your children that you like. Just don't try to force the rest of us to do likewise. It is called choice, and the most important kind of choice, medical choice. And the only one sinking the next generation, whore, is you. You are permanently debilitating millions who would otherwise be normal, functional citizens and taxpayers. Pfizer would be very proud of you. Are you on their fucking payrolls? Let me guess, are you on their board? Only a conflict of interest of that magnitude would explain your zeal. And I will tell you what, you come on to my house one day, I will bend you over my kitchen table and show you who the bitch is. You will be calling me Daddy! Jesus fucking Christ. So you go from don't force me to vaccinate my kids, which in all honesty, I feel like vaccination should be a standard procedure for all children in the United States, especially if you're going to be interacting in a public way, like public school or going to public parks even. Like, if you're going to be doing that, then you definitely need to be vaccinated. I like how it went from there to calling her a whore and telling this person that they are sinking the next generation. I don't know if it's like a nurse that they're replying to or what, but That, and then saying that they would otherwise be normal, functional citizens and taxpayers. I feel like you're being very negative towards like the autism community, and that's just shitty in general. And then jumping to the whole, are you on their payrolls? Are you on their board? Like, that's just a sign of desperation. At that point, you're just making shit up to make yourself feel better or to empower yourself, maybe. And then at the very end, it's a vague, like, rape threat at this point. Like, it's just like, oh, come over here and I'll bend you over and make you my bitch. Like, holy shit, dude, this is just fucking Facebook. I mean, honestly, this just makes you one of the shittiest people on the planet at this point. Bringing your child to the clinic for vaccinations is literally like bringing your child to Auschwitz. Motherfucker, do you even know what Auschwitz is? Like, do you understand what happened at Auschwitz? Protecting children against diseases is nothing like Auschwitz. I think that you need to, like, I don't know, go back to school, learn about World War II and what happened at these concentration camps, because you obviously don't fucking have a clue. Weed is illegal because NASA linked cannabis consumption with UFO sightings, so they paid hackers to tap into the polls and justice system. In 2013, there was a rise in UFO sightings, so they blamed weed, and this was why people think it gives them psychosis and schizophrenia. It is just like shrooms, acid, DMT, and mescaline are class A's because they show you that Christianity is a lie and reincarnation and Matrix is correct, and they want us to be brainwashed, brain dead sheep. Boom! And then somebody comes in and says, you post some strange things. And then they followed up with, sorry, I stopped now. I am very into conspiracies, but I keep them to myself now. No, you definitely need to talk that shit out, man, because that's the only way that you're going to get help for this shit, okay? Husband needs a remedy for a blood clot in his leg. Any ideas? Yeah, a fucking doctor, that's what you need. But then these fucking dipshits come in saying, white willow bark tea thins the blood. Oh, okay. Well, that helps with thinning the blood. It doesn't help with unblocking the clot. Sassafras tea will thin the blood. Pomegranate juice will help keep platelets from sticking. Turmeric will lower inflammation. Inflammation acts like a constant irritant, slowing clots. Okay, well, it's already clotted. There's already a clot in his leg, so I don't know what, like, lowering the inflammation will do. Maybe it'll help pass the clot, but then you don't want the clot to, like, make its way all around your circulatory system and then get into your heart. Getting a blood clot into your heart is not, like, I'm not a doctor, or your brain. It could make its way to your brain. I'm not a doctor, but a blood clot in the brain or in the heart is not a good thing. My kids are unvaccinated. What essential oils can I use to prevent them from catching measles? It's this brand new essential oil called New Fucking Parents. Yeah, you need to get the kid New Fucking Parents so that they'll vaccinate his ass. Does anyone know if there's anything besides antibiotics to treat an upper respiratory infection? This person said celery. Celery will clear that shit up. You just, you mix it into a milkshake and you drink it. That definitely transfers to the upper respiratory system. Or maybe you huff it. Maybe you burn that shit and you go, and you just get some of that nice celery huff going on. I don't know what you're expecting here. Like, are you expecting to, like, burn some flowers and, I don't know, some other kind of incense shit and it makes its way and it just kills the germs? Like, is that what you're expecting? Like, because when I've gone for upper respiratory infections, I've gotten antibiotics, of course, and I've also gotten, like, an inhaler with steroids in it to help open up my lungs and passageways and shit. Like, those are the things that help. Your fucking celery diet juice or whatever the fuck you're gonna make that into is not gonna help whatsoever. And then finally, I want to leave today on a kind of good note. I want to read this off, not in my crazy hick voice, but I also have the link down below that explains more about this situation. This person posted, So I live in Oregon where the anti-vax movement is fucking rampant. This kid got tetanus, then the parents said no to a second dose of vax. So I was thinking, the tetanus shot is $30, but the treatment for an unvaccinated kid was $811,000. What if the entire anti-vax movement was created by Big Pharma to give kids $800,000 in treatments for diseases cured in 1920? Now, this conspiracy might hold water if like more kids were getting like tetanus and everything like that. Actually, I'm fairly certain that the medical staff was very perturbed by the fact that this kid was not vaccinated and the parents did not want another dose of vaccination. So no, I don't think that it's a legit conspiracy, but this actually did happen, and I think it's not funny, it's sad, because like that's the first case of tetanus or whatever in Oregon in the last 30 years. Like it's the first one that's happened because of this anti-vax movement, and the fact that it costs so much money and time and effort to do something that's easily preventable and cheaply preventable is just ridiculous to me. If you're out there and you haven't gotten your kids vaccinated, fucking vaccinate your kids. There's nothing that's going to happen to them because of the vaccinations. There is like small things that could happen, but it's like minor things like fevers for a day or whatnot. Or the sniffles or whatever. There is a significant portion of the population that actually can't get vaccinated because they're immunocompromised. But that makes it even more important that the people that can be vaccinated, they must be vaccinated. Because I don't want to take my kid out, if I were to have a kid that is immunocompromised, I wouldn't want to take him out to the park and then have some little shit run into him and give him the measles just because we went to a public park. Get your kids vaccinated. It's the smart thing to do. It's the right thing to do, especially if you love your kids. Thank you, heathens, for tuning in today. I really appreciate you guys joining me for these dumbass comments. If you haven't already, please go down there and leave me a comment with what you think about these dumbasses here on this video today. While you're down there, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you like this kind of dumbass content. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice, and I will see you heathens later.